With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome to P.O. Faulkner Park here for Martinsburg baseball action as the Martinsburg Bulldogs play opening day against Dominion Ridge Warriors. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, Dylan Bishop on camera. And our on-site producer is John Arden. Back in the studio, Kyle McLaughlin, as well as Aiden Sensabaugh, as we get set for high school baseball season. It's opening day, Trip. Beautiful weather. Should be exciting to see our first game of the year. And, of course, the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference opening up play today and tomorrow. We'll have EPAC games tomorrow, but non-conference play here today. Hedgesville's taking on Goretti in our other matchup, but the one that we have for you, Martinsburg taking on Dominion Ridge. Not a whole lot of information about this Dominion Ridge team available online. Didn't really get much from their coach either, but Martinsburg's played them at JV level the last few years. There are high expectations for this Martinsburg team.
Yeah, big expectation for the Martinsburg team coming in. A lot of returning varsity innings on the mound and in the field. You know, this Dominion Ridge team, the only thing we really know about them too much is that they have played Martinsburg's JV team pretty tough the last couple of years. So, this is certainly going to be a group of those young guys that have come up here before. But, yeah, beautiful night. Just, can't believe it. Seemed like it was never going to get here. And then all of a sudden this week kind of flew by in preparation for opening day. And it's just a beautiful day and couldn't ask for better weather for this early in March.
This is the countdown to first pitch, brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Tripp, as you look at it for this Martinsburg team, it's a team that brings back a lot of its pitching, adds Lane DeLauder as he transfers over from Hedgesville. Some big questions, though, I think, for some guys filling some big roles in the field. You're going to have to replace Jordan Canby, your center fielder, your catcher, and Landon Sifford, and your third baseman, and Mike Lupus. So 3 key positions to try to replace here tonight for Martinsburg. Throughout the season. Yeah,
tremendous, tremendous losses there, of course. But there's some guys in line like Grove who has similar characteristics of Jordan Canby. He's going to bat lead off tonight, which Canby did. So he's kind of stepping in that role. He did it throughout the summer and did it incredibly well. Earlier today on the show, you asked me about who I thought from the Junior Hornets was going to, make the biggest impact. We spoke a little bit about Braylon Connor, but on that question, I didn't really bring his name up because earlier we talked about him, but. Here's a sophomore who's got to handle a tremendous pitching staff, and he's been working his butt off. Coach Mike Sherman has been brought in to work with catchers. He graduated from here, played catcher at the collegiate level, and knows the game, and so he's been working hard, with the catchers on this team and on the staff. Grove can catch. We haven't seen that because he's been in the outfield, but Isaac Grove can catch as well. So. It's going to be big to see him step into that role and knowing that he's the guy. And, just look forward to, and I think he certainly has the ability, just to hope that he can handle hope it's just not too overwhelming early here in the season with that pitching staff for him and keeps his composure and plays well and plays through a few mistakes that we're sure, the youth is going to have.
Take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the third most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet, it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
Welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Tripp Tobin, as we'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, as this is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR. TV 10. Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, coach. Opening day, just what's the feelings like heading into opening day this year against Dominion Ridge?
Oh, I think opening day is special. I think the kids are excited. You We've worked for tonight and worked to get here, and this is probably the nicest weathered opening day that we've had in my tenure here. So the kids are excited. I expect, even though we're not playing a local opponent, I expect there to be a decent crowd out here tonight just because it's so nice.
3 games in 4 days for your team coming up. Just what are you looking to get out of this stretch? Obviously, you have a conference game in there as well, so it's already pretty important baseball early in the season.
Yeah, every game's important. We try to win every one. We only got 1 scrimmage in, and we haven't got a whole lot of practice in outside, so we're still trying to find out about ourselves and kind of where we are, and there's still people competing for positions. So tonight's lineup might not be the same as tomorrow's lineup, and tomorrow's lineup might not be the same as Saturday. So we're going to give people opportunities and stuff like that, but ultimately I think it comes down to pitching. I think our pitching staff is strong. And I think if we get good starting pitching, then we should be all right.
You mentioned it, returning a lot of the innings from last year on the mound, adding Lane DeLauder as well. Just what do you think that does for your team, knowing that you'll have guys with a lot of experience out there pitching?
Yeah, I think that we have experience. I think we have depth. I think we have guys that have thrown in big games before. I think with adding Lane, with pairing him and Carson, now we kind of have like a 1-1, Before, Carson was always the Friday night game, and I'm not saying he's not going to start Friday night. So he's pitching tonight because it's the opener, and I think the opener is big and important, and Lane will pitch tomorrow. It's just nice to have those 2 options. But, I think what gets lost in it is the other guys. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that pitching staff with, I'll miss one, but, Jameer Brown and Ben Reisenweber and Owen Rubenthal and, Parker Robinson and Christian Alter, Braden Oviedo, and you throw in a guy like Grant Henderson, who's only a sophomore, that probably pitches on a lot of staffs in the EPAC. So just the depth, the overall depth, I think we could play every single day of the week and be all right, which as long as you have starting pitching, you can play every single day. So we're happy about that and where they're at, and ultimately they got first strikes and let us play defense behind them.
Obviously, it's a problem that you want to have, but is it tough to manage that many arms that can get it done?
I mean, I don't ever think it's a problem to have too much pitching. Guys probably aren't going to get as many innings as maybe they've hoped for, and that's assuming all goes well with everybody's starts. But early on in the season, like tonight, and Carson's capped at 60 pitches, and we already have planned that Ben's coming in relief. Tomorrow, Lane's capped at 60 pitches, and we already have planned that Christian Alter's coming in relief. And then on Saturday, we'll probably throw 3 guys. So if you just take that, then you're at 7. So we've thrown 7 guys in 3 games. So we're going to do our best to get them innings, but, ultimately we want, once we get into the heart of the season, we want our guys to be able to throw, 6, 7 innings. So if they do that, we'll space it out the best as possible. And if, one of the 4 or 5 guys that are necessarily, so to say, in the rotation, short start or something, there's going to be opportunities, and there's going to be opportunities in relief. And the beauty of West Virginia baseball is you get to play 32 games. So having that number of pitchers and there's innings to be had.
Tonight against Dominion Ridge, what can you kind of tell us about them?
I don't know anything about them. To be honest with you, I don't know anything about them. They called us looking for a game. We're always looking for games. It's hard to find 32. So I said, you want to play on March 13th? They said, absolutely. We'll come to you, and here we are. So I couldn't find anything online about them. I know they're a small private school out of Virginia, so hopefully it's a good opener for us and allows us to get some work in and be successful.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
Here at Dominion Ridge, head coach Bill Campbell. Coach, first game of the season for Martinsburg. I believe it's your guys' first game as well, second game. So early on in the year, though, what have you seen from your team so far, and what are you looking forward to about the season?
Well, we got a couple of our starters there in Florida right now at Fort Myers on a mission trip to help me with hurricane relief, and but they're young, and hopefully we'll get better as we go.
Obviously, this is a good challenge for your team here early in the season, a Martinsburg program that's usually one of the best in the Eastern Panhandle. What do you kind of know about them, and what led you guys to wanting to play this game?
Well, we played them last year in a tournament over here, and them, Jefferson, and I don't remember the other team that was in the tournament, but we did very well, so hopefully we'll be competitive. So,
what can you kind of tell us about your team in terms of guys to maybe look out for?
Well, the pitcher, he throws a little bit of everything: curve, slider, fastball. catcher. He's also a pitcher, and we got some boys that go to Mountain View Christian School also, and hit pretty well. So.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Those are our coaches' interviews. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Kick off the new year in a new Chevy from CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of new Chevy models on our lot. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Or check out a new 2024 Equinox and save up to $3,500 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
We welcome you back here to the Skinner Law Firm Countdown to First Pitch here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Opening day for Martinsburg baseball as they open their season against Dominion Ridge. We give you the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go to or who to trust for your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsandy.com. And we'll give you the starters here for Dominion Ridge. First, leading off and playing catcher, Fran Schaefer. Batting second, the second baseman, Donnie Sternfels. Batting third, the pitcher, number 10, Benny Schaefer. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 7, Josiah Walker. Batting fifth, the center fielder. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 4, Liam Clark. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 96, Corbin Lynch. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 19, Nick Elliott. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 11, John Pegas. And rounding out the lineup, the right fielder, number 16, Brooks Brewers. Tripp, you want to give the Martinsburg lineup?
Yeah, leading off from Martinsburg, number 25, Isaac Grove, playing center field. Batting second, the pitcher, number 5, Carson Buber. Batting third, the shortstop, Braden Oviedo, number 24. Number 27, Jameer Browns, is batting in the cleanup spot and playing first base. Your right fielder, number 7, Christian Alter, is batting in the fifth spot. Number 7. Number 8, batting in the sixth spot, Ben Risenweber, playing third. Sophomore catcher, Braden Edwards, number 20, batting in the seventh spot. Jackson Steen, number 23, is out in left field. And your second baseman tonight's number 2, Keegan Everhart, rounding out the lineup.
And I'll give you the starting battery brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For Dominion Ridge, the Warriors, we mentioned it. It's going to be Fran Schaefer doing the catching and Benny Schaefer on the mound and Tripp. Tonight we'll see Carson Buber and the young Braden Edwards doing the catching.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know Braden's worked his butt off. He played a heck of a summer last year, and he was he's a left-handed power-hitting catcher, right-handed catcher. He just projects really well, and I think he's just going to be a a huge asset to this Martinsburg team as we move forward, and I think he's going to be up to the task.
We'll take one last 2-minute break here on the countdown to first pitch. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's moving lives forward.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases, your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Here to Martinsburg, P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. John Allerton, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop on camera. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin and Aiden Sensabaugh. As we get ready for first pitch, brought to you by the Murius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Our first inning brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. Trip, you mentioned it a little bit, but Carson getting the start. You coached him in Legion Ball. What did you really see from Carson over the summer, and what do you think he's trying to focus on for his senior season?
Well, he's been working real hard over the summer. After the summer, he took off a little bit, but then he got right back into the up on the mound there and worked out a few things. You'll see a little difference in his arm action this year. He stretched it out a little bit. He kind of shortened it up last year, so he's overcoming a little injury. And this year you can see he's kind of reaching back there and getting a little more depth there in the release. He's a little bit longer, but it's taking some stress off of him. He's fully recovered from the injury, and he's just really working hard to get to the next level. He's uncommitted senior, and he's had some interest, and he's going to work his butt off, and he's going to make every pitch count this year, and he's looking forward to play college baseball. And anybody out there who's looking for a 2024 pitcher, you're not going to find much better than this young man on the mound who just gives it everything he's got, and he's such a bulldog out there.
Fran Schaefer will lead things off here for Dominion Ridge, the Warriors catcher, batting from the left side as Buber delivers that first pitch of the 2024 season. It's a called strike at the knees.
Buber's got a fastball, a curveball. He throws a changeup. He throws a bit of a slider, or he did last year some. And I think you'll see all of those at some point tonight. He'll work through them.
The 0-1 pitch from the right-hander. Buber runs in and hits Schaefer. So hit by a pitch to begin the ball game. Looking for that similar spot on the lower inside corner, but it just got away from Carson a little bit, and Schaefer will take his base.
Yeah, it got away from just a fastball. He was coming in, challenging into the left-hander, and just caught him there on the pant leg, it looks like.
Our other game in the Eastern Panhandle tonight, Hedgesville taking on Goretti. Those are the only two games, is the one we have here in the Hedgesville-Goretti game, which I believe was an early start. But that is brought to you, our EPAC baseball roundup is brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. The 1-0 pitch here misses outside for ball 2 to Sternfels.
Yeah, Boober's just got to gather himself or go at him, not worry about, hitting a batter. He didn't actually just lose control of it. He just got in saddle a little.
Next pitch, Boober hits the zone for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out here. Top of the first on opening day for West Virginia High School baseball. Martinsburg Bulldogs baseball. The next pitch on 2-1 is a chopper hit back to Boober, the pitcher. Boober comes off the mound, throws the first in time for out number 1. And that's the thing with Carson Boober. When he's not pitching, he's the shortstop. So, he can get off that mound and do a lot of good things.
Yeah, well, the swing and bunt worked out great for Dominion Ridge. In that case, that situation they didn't bunt, but he did swing, get a swinging bunt there. But Boober did a great job coming off the mound. Came up, he crossed Jameer Brown up a little bit, throwing on the inside. He liked to have that ball on the outside, but he's a good strong play, good confidence in the throw, and moved the runner up. So got a job done there. Did Sternfeld.
Beautiful day for baseball here in Martinsburg, 69 degrees and sunny here in this first inning. Our weather is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be owners who just care more. And that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 count here on Schaefer, the pitcher. Nice pitch, a swing and a miss, or a foul tip, but either way, strike 2 here on Benny Schaefer. Fran Schaefer led off with a hit-by pitch.
Think they're brothers?
Could be, yeah.
We don't know, do we?
That would make sense. This one hit back to Boober. Boober throws to first in time for the out. Tried to look the runner back, but he ends up advancing to third on the throw. So runner on third with 2 down here in this first inning.
Yeah, right back to Boober, and he did the right thing. He looked, he checked the runner, and he did. He had the runner caught, in no man's land. Looked like he was going to go for that lead out. Then he just chose to go ahead and let him move up to third and just get the easier out. So it would have been a situation where they had him in a rundown, but Boober just chose to get the second out and to move on to this batter.
That brings Walker here to the plate, Josiah Walker, who swings and misses for the first pitch for strike 1.
Both balls are soft contact off of Boober.
The 0-1 pitch from Boober. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here, first inning. Runner on third base for Dominion Ridge.
Yeah, he didn't get that curveball to break much. Left it up. It had a little twist there at the end, but up and out.
The 1-1 with 2 down. Heads back toward Boober, and Boober throws the first in time for out number 3. So 3 balls hit toward the pitcher, and Carson Boober handles all 3 of them for outs. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. Bulldogs come to the plate for the first time this season after this 1-minute break.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Tune into the Sports Mix to hear from former and current local standout athletes.
It's been crazy, man. All the love, all the support, everyone reaching out to me. This is what I dreamed of when I was younger and stuff, and to have an opportunity to show them and do what I can do, it meant the world to me.
Co-hosts Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, and Dylan Bishop break it down weekdays from noon to 1 and re-aired from 5 to 6, right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and the TV 10 Facebook page.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here on the broadcast as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And Martinsburg coming to the plate. It's going to be Grove to lead things off for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, looking for big things out of Isaac this year in the leadoff spot. You know, as Coach Bowler said, you know, they're still working out this lineup, still working, you know, out some spots, not necessarily when you say the lineup might be changed, your first thought is it'll change to a different player, but, you know, they also could just change the batting order, could just be the change. But certainly, you know, this is today's lineup, and Grove's got an opportunity to lock down the leadoff spot, and he did a great job of that throughout the summer last year for the junior team, and so hopefully that experience will lead to success here this year for him in the leadoff spot.
Bottom of the first inning is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way or in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. So Grove will lead things off, followed by Buber and Oviedo in the 1-2-3 spots. Benny Schaefer on the mound for Dominion Ridge.
Last inning was a little king in his court with Buber and Jameer, and Edwards there is about the only three guys that got involved in any touched the baseball last inning. So the last batter, the number 4 guy, did get a little bit more wood on that one and hit it a little more sharper. The other two were just soft contact balls or kind of excuse me swings. So Buber, you're pretty much in control of that first inning except for that little faux pas where he caught the guy there on the side of the pant leg.
So Isaac Grove will lead things off, and he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Grove, in this leadoff role, like you said, played for junior post-14. Also, you know, started to really come on toward the end of last year when Martinsburg started to get hot before the sectional tournament. That one taken for a strike. But the Bulldogs ended the year pretty strong heading into the postseason. Unfortunately for them, postseason didn't go their way, and they came short of the 20-win goal that they have each season. The 0-2 pitch to Grove runs in and hits him. So both pitchers start with a hit-by-pitch, and Martinsburg has a base runner, and we know Grove, with his speed, he'll be looking to go probably pretty soon here, Tripp.
Yeah, I mean, the 0-2 count, or what was it, 1-2, 0-2 count? Pitcher was way up in the count there, tried to throw a curveball, didn't have much break on it, and Grove did a great job just wearing it and doing whatever he has to do to get on base, you know. High school coaches aren't really totally concerned with your batting average. It's more of your on base percentage and how you can, get on base and create some chaos for the defense.
Pitch to Buber, foul tipped for strike 1.
You got to like Martinsburg's aggressiveness early, 2 first pitch swings. They're hunting fastballs here early, so, it's like they're going with the signs on the wristband this year.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those when I was doing my interview with Coach Byler. Here's a runner taking off from first. A diving play by the third baseman made it pretty close. Grove advances into third on the throw, but Martinsburg has runners on the corners. The infield single.
Yeah, it was an infield hit. I mean, it was hit sharply at third base. Made a great dive for it. Carried him over towards the shortstop side, and a lot of wood. There's kind of a hit and run going on there, and so Grove had a very smart base running when he seen the ball going across the diamond, just kept digging for thirds. Now you got runners on the corner with a special pinch runner.
Nick Elliott
look
down there at third made a nice effort.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, looks like we have Wilt as a special pinch runner.
Can't quite see the number, but yeah, that looks like Wilt out there. Pitch here to Oviedo is inside for ball 1. Braden Oviedo coming off of a really good sophomore season, now a junior. So
be correct. That's a courtesy runner for the pitcher, not
right.
A special pinch runner. Excuse me. Boober's on the mound.
The 1-0 pitch here to Oviedo as the runner takes off, and that is number 6, Logan Wilt.
Martinsburg running the bases, swinging the bat, putting some pressure on this defense. For a young team that Dominion Ridge is, that was a great play out there. Of course, the turf makes it a little bit easier to play defense. The game speeds up, but the hops are pretty true.
1-1 count. Nobody out here for Oviedo, and he fouls that one off.
Oviedo is looking at that new fence out there. He's got that little short porch in front of the scoreboard. He's trying to reach out there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting design. Obviously, they want you to be able to see the scoreboards. I think that's the reason why you have the lowering of the fence there, and then it goes high out there in center field, very similar to how Hedgesville has their big wall out there in center. as runner and Wilt takes off for second and is in there with the catcher's indifference.
Big opportunity here for 2 RBIs early in the season for Oviedo.
Runners on second and third. The next pitch to Oviedo is inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Full count here on Oviedo. Bottom of the first inning between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. No score, and the Bulldogs trying to get on the board here first. Schaefer looks into his catcher. Kicks and deals, and the pitch to Oviedo is taken for strike 3. Borderline pitch, but called strike 3.
Yeah, the ball's up. It was strike, called a strike, but it was on the upper half of the outer half and upper part of the plate. Excuse me.
It's been a long off season.
Yeah, the outer half of the plate up a little bit, and he took it 3-2 count look and thought he might have got a walk out of it.
Brown will come to the plate now, taking that pitch low for a ball.
Umpire tonight's Jeff King behind the plate. Matt Heidel in the out there on the bases, so Jeff King rung him up on that pitch.
So 1-0 count, 1 out, 2 on still for the Bulldogs. The next pitch is outside for ball 2. So Brown gets ahead 2-0. Christian Alter will follow him in the 5-hole. And the 2-0 pitch from Schaefer is a called strike 1 at the knees.
Like he was taken all the way there, or if not taken, he was just looking for a perfect pitch, which that certainly was more of a hitter's pitch there, down low on the outer half.
2-1 count here, 1 down. The next pitch to Brown is hit hard to the shortstop, Walker, who makes a good play, then throws it back to second to double up the base runner, Wilt. So that will do it for the first as Martinsburg threatens but can't score. And a good play defensively by Walker, flipping to Sternfels for the final out of the inning. We will take a 1-minute break and return at the top of the second. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the 3rd most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. No score here between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Our top of the second inning is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. A nice place to do business. Trip, score there from Martinsburg or from Hedgesville, taking on Goretti, 13-6.
13-6. Yeah, looks like Canarium and Brown have both hit home runs, and Landon Pence has a double and a triple to his name there. So here in the box score, so Hedgesville's off to a hot start. Bats are rolling. Peyton Girardin looks like he started on the mound, and now he's had a couple one-inning relievers come in at this point. So Hedgesville swinging the bat good early in the season.
Pitch from Boober results in a swing and a miss here for strike 1.
Well, if there's any doubts about Dominion Ridge coming into the game, you know, their youth, and he said they were missing a few guys for a mission trip. They certainly able to flash the glove last inning.
Yeah, a few good plays defensively. Clark coming to the plate here. He takes that pitch for strike 2. So an 0-2 count here on Clark, the center fielder. And the next pitch from Carson Boober on 0-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the pitch from the outside part of the plate. Clark was late on it and results in a strikeout for out number 1 here to begin the second.
Yeah, I think you just challenged him there and just threw it by him. I think you'll see Boober get stronger here as we go. And, his pitch count, like you say, he's capped his pitch count. And you're talking about pitchers, who's going to pitch. It just depends on how well they can throw and how clean they can throw these innings and stay out of, big innings. Those pitch counts will stay down or allow Boober to go longer into the game to, for those 60 pitches.
Corbin Lynch takes that one outside for ball one. The 1-0 pitch to Lynch from Boober misses for ball two.
Of course, double plays from Dominion Ridge will keep their pitchers' pitch count down as well.
Second game of the season for Dominion Ridge. Opening game for Martinsburg as that one misses outside for ball three. So 3-0 count here on Lynch with one down in the top half of the second. No score between Martinsburg and the Warriors. Next one, a called strike one there on 3-0 to make it 3-1. So far, Carson's thrown 18 pitches. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. Nice movement on that one.
Yeah, the ball moved around a little bit. I like Corbin Lynch's number 96. You don't see that much.
That ever.
Get up in the 90s, you don't see that much.
The 3-2 pitch. Called strike three. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Boober. This one looking.
Yeah, Boober froze him there. The ball broke in and just kind of froze him. He looked back at the umpire for hopefully he could get the call, but I think he knew deep down when he hit the catcher's glove that was going to be a called strike three.
I bring Elliott to the plate, who made that good play over there at third in the last half inning. And he fouls this one off. Even though it wasn't an out, it was just, a good job to keep that ball in front of him. And a good effort. And then we saw the shortstop Walker get that double play on the liner hit by Brown to end the inning.
Yeah, they gloved the ball well, and they were in the right places. The defense was in motion a bit there, so they've been coached pretty well defensively.
Fouls off the first pitch, the 0-1 from Boober, a breaking ball, hit on the ground toward third, coming over as Reisenweber makes the play and fires to first in time for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 goes Dominion Ridge. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
You back here to Martinsburg at P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the second inning is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here. John Allerton, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, back in the studio. Kyle McLaughlin and Aiden Sensabaugh. Still no score here between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. We see the Bulldogs line up for the second time this evening, Trip, and it will be Christian Alter to lead things off to begin the inning. Alter, Reisenweber, Edwards.
Yeah, we get to see Alter. He was kind of worked his way into the lineup there last year, and he was an everyday right fielder. So even though he's a junior, he's a returning starter for the most part, and young man just swings the bat really well and just does all the right things technically. I think he's going to be a big part of the Bulldog season.
Fouls off the first pitch out of play.
Alter has the abilities to also be a lead off, him and Grove both, so this works out pretty well. He's leading off this inning. Not that Martinsburg wanted to have a double play, but to get a look at him, in that lead-off inning spot.
The 0-1 pitch to Alters, hit on the ground, foul down that third base line.
Curveball got out in front of Overstrad, trying to keep his weight back, and nice pitch to caught him off guard there a little bit and had him out in front of that curveball.
Benny Schaefer, the right-hander, getting the start here today. For the Warriors, the next pitch from Schaefer is lined into center field and is down for a base hit. Christian Alter leads off the bottom of the second with a single.
Yeah, I think with the end of this year, the stats he'll put up offensively will be, will certainly be, all EPAC kind of numbers, I would think, the way way I've seen him practice here a little bit and what I've seen out of him last year late in the season and just his approach. I think you're going to see some really big numbers out of him offensively. And I think he's going to, pitch some this year as well.
Yeah, we did see him pitch a little bit last year on some Saturday games, which typically are your non-conference games. As Reisenweber fouls this one away, and he had a few opportunities and some double hitters, if I remember correctly, and did some decent things out there. And then toward the end of the year, even pitched in some bigger games. So,
yeah, he came on strong last year, and when Lupus went down, he had to throw in the playoffs and threw a whale of a game.
Reisenweber will foul off the first pitch to him, 0-1 count. Another guy we'll probably see out on the mound a little bit this season. The 0-1 pitch to Reisenweber is low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ben with a runner on first and nobody out here in the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Benny Schaefer checks the runner and now throws over, and the ball gets away from the first baseman. Alters headed to second, and I think he's going to be able to easily get to third. And that's the thing with the throw over. Sometimes it can help you get a pickoff, but there it heads into the bullpen and allows Alter to advance all the way to third base. So a runner in scoring position now for the Bulldogs with nobody out, and 1 ball, 1 strike on Reisenweber.
Good heads-up base running by Alter. Picked up Coach Byler on his way around second. Just kept coming. And
the 1-1 hits Reisenweber. That's the second hit batter of the evening, as we saw Isaac Grove lead off the game with a hit-by pitch for Martinsburg. It's the third, actually, hit batter, but the second for Dominion Ridge pitching.
Here's an opportunity. They're going to see, not sure you're going to see Reisenweber go at some point here at first and third. Is he going to go early and Edwards going to take a pitch, or are we going to take a pitch and then go and get into a hit and run situation again? We'll see the strategy here.
Bring Edwards to the plate. Pitch misses inside to him. Had a great JV season last year, and now up on the varsity squad.
Yeah, he's got great power, home run power from that left side, and he's just a kid that projects so well. Right-handed left-handed power hitter, right-handed catcher. I see big things in his future, and this is going to be a year where he really grows, in his baseball skills and knowledge.
1 ball, 1 strike on Edwards. Runner on first and third for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. Reisenweber takes off for second, is there easily. So runners on second and third now, and a great opportunity for Martinsburg to get a run across. They had an opportunity in the last half inning, but a double play ended their hopes. The 2-1 count here on Edwards. Nobody out. And the next pitch from Benny Schaefer is fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strike.
Yeah, Martinsburg was sitting like this the last inning with 1 out and didn't score a run. So, left-handed batter here. He just pulls the baseball on the ground, big hole over there. Second baseman was kind of holding a little bit, but he's retreating back. But if Edward can just pull the ball to the right side of the field, they're going to score a run here.
The 2-2 pitch to Edwards runs inside and misses for ball 3. A little bit of issues from the catcher, Fran Schaefer, from finding the ball.
Yeah.
Now
I thought it hit him on the foot.
Yeah, that's what they're asking, is if it was hit off of Edwards, because it took a weird bounce like it was.
I think it did hit him. I think, unfortunately, Jeff King, the umpire, just didn't see it there as it got deep, and I think it's kind of weird. It got him on the back foot, so the catcher reached out to make the play. I think it made it hard for Jeff to see that.
The full count pitch here to Edwards is lined right to the second baseman. Throw to second, not in time, but they do get the out there at second from Sternfeld. So, again, Martinsburg hits one hard, but it's right to an infielder. And we see now Walker flash the glove over at short, and Sternfeld's that time at second.
Yeah, second time Martinsburg hit a baseball hard with men on second and third, and if it's anywhere to the left or right of those fielders, it's 4-0. Instead, we're still at 0-0, and we got men on second and third and one out, and Dominion Ridge continues to flash the glove and find their way all these innings.
So I'll bring Steen to the plate. Jackson Steen, the left fielder from Martinsburg.
You hear Coach Byler telling him, he shortens up the bat a little bit, telling him just give me something that way, just have a productive at bat, a quality at bat here by just pulling the baseball on the ground and give me a run here.
The 0-1 pitch to Steen, runs inside and misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Bulldogs.
Steen, a little bit of a surprise in the start here today. He was on the JV team last year, did some good things, and then just come out here and showed up in spring training here, winter workouts, and in the last couple of weeks, and he gets the nod today. So, all the words that we've been hearing from the coaching staff at Martinsburg is he's just been hitting the ball really well. So that kind of separated him, early here in the start of the season.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Steen with 1 out and check swing, but he did go around for strike 2. Yeah, Steen was a guy that played really well on the basketball court this year for Martinsburg and gave him a big boost in shooting. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, came up short in the postseason, but Jackson Steen trying to have himself, a heck of a senior season now on the baseball diamond.
Mm-hmm.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Steen. Runners on second and third for the Bulldogs. 1 out. No score here, bottom of the second between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge.
Big spot for Steen.
The next pitch to Steen is hit hard on the ground. Should be easily scoring the run. It will, but not do much else except for advance the runner to third as Sternfeld throws in time for the out. That is the second out of the inning, but the runner does come in and score, so Steen picks up the RBI.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Steen. He choked up on the bat a little bit, pulled it across there, but equally impressive is Dominion Ridge is the defense out there. Second baseman went to his backhand, come up and made a real strong throw. Steen's pretty quick on the foot, and thought we might be able to beat it out, but the second baseman made a great play, and now the Dominion Ridge is just 1 out away from just being down 1 run after having men on second and third with no outs.
So I'll bring Keegan Everhart to the plate, and Everhart sends a slow roller towards short. Walker gets to it quickly, makes the throw in time for the final out of the inning. Josiah Walker with another impressive play over there at short. That will end the second. Martinsburg gets a run, though. 1-0 Bulldogs as we head to the third. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
Our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of the third inning is brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. So we begin this third, 1-0 Bulldogs in this one between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. We're seeing Dominion Ridge come back to the plate. Another good play from their defense to end the inning on the Keegan Everhart ground out, but to lead off this third, it will be the 9-1-2 hitters.
Yeah, the Dominion Ridge's, infield has just flashed the glove here tonight, and, for Martinsburg, the two hardest balls hit tonight off the bat from Jameer Brown and Braden Edwards with men on second and third. Could have easily scored 2 runs, like I said, but they were hit right at guys. So Dominion Ridge hanging in there, making the plays they have to make. Pitcher, thrown to contact, and the team is making plays out there for them defensively. And so that's why we have such a tight game that we have.
Brooks Ruhr coming to the plate to lead things off here, the right fielder.
Left fielder, number 11, John.
I'm sorry, missed one there,
one
Pegas.
ahead. Yeah, we've got, after 2 innings, other than the hit by pitch, Boober has thrown pretty clean, so he's faced a minimum all but one, so we're in the 8 hole here.
Yep, John Pegas here to lead things off. He'll take that one for a called strike 1.
The lights came on.
Yeah, that scared you a little bit, Trip.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting it. Makes it easier to write, so 0-2 count here.
You look a lot better in the dim light.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a long night and the lights came on.
The 0-2 count here to Pegas. It's called strike 3. Carson Buber now with 3 strikeouts. 2 of them last inning and 1 to start this one.
Carson Buber's finding his groove here. I think that first inning when he hit that batter, it wasn't a pitch that really got away from him that much. Edwards just set up inside, he just got in a little bit, but other than that, he has pitched extremely well here tonight, the first time through this lineup.
So now Ruhr will come to the plate, and he takes that first one for a called strike 1. 1-0 Martinsburg.
It is nice to see him get that arm, reaching back and getting some velocity on the baseball. He hit, 85, 86 last year in the summer on the gun a couple times as a, outgoing junior, incoming senior. So, he did get some looks, and the University of Charleston down there really liked him. So I look for him to have some pretty good offers here this season.
Next one, a called strike 2 here from Carson Buber, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Now 4 strikeouts for the senior, Carson Buber.
Throwing the ball really well, just challenged his bottom of the lineup here. I'm sure Coach Garzarnecki said, hey, we're at the 8-9-1. Let's get these 2 guys, let's not let these guys have a free base, those strikes. Let's try to let them hit it or throw it by them, and we'll attack the top of the lineup with hopefully nobody on base.
Fran Schaefer now swings and misses for strike 1. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, got all the way to third, and then was stranded over there at third. But Carson did work ahead, if I'm remembering correctly, on Schaefer, and then kind of let one miss. Next one is in there for a called strike 2. So Carson Buber rolling through this third inning.
Yeah, it's really good to see him pound the strike zone there and have confidence in his pitches.
Buber on 0-2, kicks and deals. Just misses a called strike 3 outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, 1-0 Bulldogs here, top of the third inning. Martinsburg taking on Dominion Ridge out of Front Royal, Virginia. And the 1-2 pitch with 2 down is lined in the left field. Charging in is Jackson Steen. He makes the play for the final out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3, go the Warriors. We head to the bottom of the third. Martinsburg coming back to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Faulkner Park, Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, John Allerton, our on-site producer. Cameraman is Dylan Bishop. Back in the studio, Kyle McLaughlin, Aiden Sensabaugh here is we to the bottom of the third inning. It's back to the top of the order here, Trip, for Martinsburg with Grove, Buber, Oviedo.
Yeah, they've seen the pitcher here one time through, and maybe got a little bit of the butterflies out from opening night. But Martinsburg has had 3 or 4 guys that made really strong contact. Oviedo was took a borderline pitch for strike 3. He would have been on base, and then you got the 2 line outs that could have drove some runs in, could really change the complexion of this game. But give it to Dominion Ridge. They're making the plays when the ball's hit at them. They're making, and you can say, well, it was line drive right at them, and most people can catch that. But, the more impressively is the backhand by the second baseman and the forehand, dab by the third baseman, shortstop coming in and making a hard play on the run. So that defense is solid out there, and this pitcher's throwing to contact, and they're making the plays.
Our bottom of the third is brought to you by Century 21, Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. Pitch misses to Grove, making a 1-0 count. Martinsburg 1, Dominion Ridge nothing here in this bottom half of the third inning. Benny Schaefer remains the pitcher on the mound for Dominion Ridge, and the next pitch misses low for ball 2. Grove started the game with a hit by pitch, so we can do some damage here.
Yeah, stranded on third after that double play. Both pitchers after 3 were throwing 33 and 34 respectively pitches. That's averaging about 11 an inning for both pitchers. That's a pretty clean game.
Yeah, they'll certainly take that from your starting pitching.
Buber was at 33 after the third, and this young man was at 34 after the third.
2-1 pitch from Schaefer misses outside for ball 3.
34 after third for Schaefer, yep. You don't see that much, especially early in the season. The pitchers generally have a little bit of an advantage, but these guys have really Buber with the strikeouts and the soft. Go ahead.
I was going to say not a whole lot of walks so far, but you do have that one missing high for ball 4.
Had a few hit by pitches, but no walks. But yeah, I mean Buber's he's been the recipient of some soft ground balls back to him, and certainly the strikeouts, where Schaefer's got the benefit of his great defense. So 2 pitchers are getting it done different ways.
So Grove leads off the inning with a walk. He'll take off and throw down, not in time, and Grove in there easily with the stolen base. So 1-0 count here to Carson Buber. Seems like Schaefer's losing a little bit of his control that he had early in the game. Another thing that we pointed out, though, don't know how many pitchers they have with the guys down in Florida on their mission trip, so could be interesting to see how they're managing things. Obviously, it's early in the season for both teams, so you don't want to throw kids for more than a few pitches at a time, most of the time, right?
Yeah, kind of early here, for these guys. I don't know if they have a target pitch count, or a pitch count or a target area they want to stop this young man at for health reasons, but right now he's throwing a whale of a ball game.
1-1 count. Runner on second. Buber lines this one to deep right field. Going back on it is Ruers. It's over his head. Buber has an easy RBI double. Grove is speeding around third base. Buber is in there at third with a triple, and the ball nearly went out of play. Carson Buber with a shot to deep right. Ruers couldn't run it down, and the Bulldogs extend their lead to 2-0 on the triple from Buber.
That's the second base hit tonight with Buber. He had the infield hit after the sharp, the real hard ground ball to third base. Made a great play on it. Then most times gets into left field. That one there, when he hit it, it came off the bat and it just took off. The right fielder kind of froze first step, and then he had to retreat, and it was over his head and bouncing off the wall out there for a big triple for Carson Buber and an RBI.
I bring Oviedo to the plate, and Oviedo takes the first one for a called strike one. So runner on third, nobody out. A chance for possibly a big inning here for Martinsburg with the 2-0 lead. And still at the top of the order, now heading into the middle of the lineup with Oviedo taking that one outside for a ball, 1 strike. Oviedo struck out his first time looking on a borderline pitch on a 3-2 count.
And you can swallow the 3-2 count borderline pitch. Something as a coach you can swallow. As opposed to an 0-2 looking or
1-1 popped
1-2
out, and it will head out of play. Wasn't sure if maybe Brewers was going to have a play out of there in the bullpen. Yeah, I think you'll take that. I mean, it definitely could have gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, if you swing the bat, you got to, if you bat 400, you got a 6 or 4 in 10 chance you'll get on base. So you'll take that chance, to get that, borderline pitch for a strike 3 or a ball 4.
1-2 count here to Oviedo. Will miss for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on third, and Wilt now running for Boober. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. And the 2 ball, 2 strike count from Schaefer. It's taken inside, so Oviedo's back in the same situation, 3-2.
Mm-hmm. Pitch was a little close as well. Catcher did a good job of making it better than I believe it was. Just kind of the way he framed it down from the inside.
The full count to Oviedo is hit hard but fouling out of play down that third base line.
Up here in that full parking lot. That parking lot's full of cars, newly striped up there, and got some cars up there that are trying to get turned around the one-way street. So people are trying to figure out this new configuration in the parking lot up there.
3-2 misses low and outside for ball 4, so Oviedo will take his base with a walk. Softball going on tonight as well, it appears. So not sure if maybe we have a score from that one, but
I can see a 0 on one side.
Now batting number 27, Jameer Brown.
I have yet to join the Martinsburg softball game changer, so I don't know exactly, but
maybe you can look up and see.
Maybe.
Get people out of the way. We can see the scoreboard from our angle here.
This one's popped up in the infield. Charging in is Elliott, the third baseman, to make the play for the first out. So runners on the corners and now 1 down as Brown flies out to third.
Got that one off the handle there. The ball kind of run in on him a little bit and didn't quite get the barrel to it, and got it off the handle. Wooden bat, that might have been the end of that bat if he was swinging wood. Alter's coming up. He's got a base hit last time. Look for Oviedo to be moving here with 1 out now to get him to move up.
So runners on first and third for the Bulldogs. 1 down. Oviedo, it's back to first, but trying to bunt there was Christian Alter, and he couldn't get it down.
I think it was a little bit of a safety squeeze because you got both, you got the first baseman holding, you got the third baseman back a little bit, so it was kind of a safety squeeze. Maybe get a base hit out of it, create a little chaos. I like the call.
Next pitch inside. Oviedo will take second with ease. So runners on second and third now for the Bulldogs. Martinsburg softball taking on Hanley, and it's 9-0 Bulldogs. Martinsburg didn't win a game last year in softball, so that's good to see. Bottom of the second. That one's a bouncer for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third.
It was going to be an interesting matchup up there because I think Martinsburg was defeated last year, and I think Hanley only had 1 win. So.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Martinsburg has a good chance to start the year 1-0.
That's right. And once you get off on a good start, what they say, if you win tonight and then you win tomorrow and you win the next game, that's a winning streak.
That's true. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Christian Alter. 2 runners in scoring position for the Bulldogs. 2-0 Martinsburg baseball leading, and that one misses outside for ball 4. So bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. And coming to the plate now is Ben Reisenweber. after Alter draws the walk.
We keep on watch Ben Reisenweber, as a sophomore and as a junior last year, and he had some injuries, but each year he comes in here, you have to be impressed. That's how he's prepared his body. He's been lifting, he's getting bigger, and he just looks like he's coming into this year as healthy as ever and ready to do some good things here in 2024.
Reisenweber slashes that one fouling out of play.
I believe in the pregame, I heard Coach Baller said he was going to come in to pitch tonight. He was going to be the next guy.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. And then I think Christian Alters is scheduled to pitch tomorrow after leading the Waters 60 pitches against Spring Mills. So that one fouled away here by Reisenweber. 0-2 count.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is, the Bulldogs running their starters with, what they feel with their starters out there. They can go deeper in the game. And then, Alter, Reisenweber, those guys can, should someone short start, they can go a while or, be middle relief there. And they're kind of setting it up that way. And not quite sure who the closer might be at this time as these guys work through their rotation.
That one misses inside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Ben Reisenweber. The bases are loaded for the Bulldogs after an RBI triple from Carson Buber extended the lead to 2-0. That one hit hard into the gap in right center field. That will get down for a base hit. Could be 2. 2 runners are in to score easily for the Bulldogs, and it's a double for Reisenweber, a 2 RBI double, and it makes it 4-0 Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third.
The cut came into the right spot, and I'm sure the Reisenweber would have been held at first, but nobody covered second base, and just a very smart heads-up baseball IQ play was to take that base, and nobody was covering. They were maybe kind of lining up to make a throw to third, which wasn't going to happen with Alter speed. So with nobody covering, the ball came to the infield and plenty of time to get Reisenweber, but nobody was there, and he made a very good heads-up play by taking off and taking that base.
So Martinsburg's starting to get to Benny Schaefer a little bit here in this third inning after a pretty good start, like you mentioned earlier, 34 pitches through 2. This pitch inside to Edwards misses for ball 1. Bulldogs a little bit more patient at the plate compared to early in the game. They were hacking with a lot of the first pitch fastballs. And now they're getting ahead on counts and taking advantage of situations later in the at-bats. The 1-0 is smoked into deep right center field. Going back on it is the center fielder. It's off that big center field wall. Clark fields it off the wall, throws it in. It's a 2 RBI double for Edwards, and that makes it 6-0 Bulldogs.
I think this is what's going to be the strength of this Bulldog team as it hits up and down the lineup. You get into the 6, 7, 8 spot. In most high school teams, you're able to challenge those hitters and, get some outs. But with Reisenweber and Edwards, and twice now, Edwards has hit the ball right on the nose and hit it hard as anybody and hit it as far as anybody. So, he is he's going to be a big part. Again, he's just a sophomore, and you see what he can do and what we watched him do last year as a JV and now through the summer. And it's just going to be fun to watch him this year. And
Braden Miller is going to courtesy run for the catcher, Edwards. And Jackson Steen will come to the plate. He had an RBI single his last time. I'm sorry, RBI ground at his last time.
Last year, that ball would have hit the fence, you wouldn't have heard nothing. You heard a little thump this year hitting off that new champion wall fence out there.
0-1 count here on Steen. Next pitch is high for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the fence looks really good. They leveled out the field a little bit in the outfield, so it's now more level with the
a little
turf
bit
infield.
In the tombs of 400 loads of that's a little bit. About 4 foot all the way around.
Yeah, well, my bad, Trip. I was underappreciating the work.
I don't want to take anything away from all the work that was done.
Yeah, no,
make sure they knew somebody drove 400 loads of tops of soil in here, and thanks to a lot of people who did that.
1-2 count is hit on the ground. Chopper towards second. Sternfels makes the play in time for the out. So now 2 down here in the inning, and runner advances to third. But yeah, the stadium now looking pretty much complete. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how much more will get done, but You have the stadium seats that they got from the Hagerstown Suns, and now the field looks pretty good, and of course the fence looks really good. It's new and everything, so.
Yeah, it's been a work in
progress
progress since the turf came on, and we then realized how unlevel the field was, and just starting as the turf came on, you kind of went ahead and turned the field, tilted it the way it needed to be, which left the outfield way low and center and left. But that was all taken care of this off season.
1-0 count, misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. A runner on third as Everhart comes to the plate. Steen grounding out, but advances the runner. So Keegan Everhart takes that one for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on him. Runner on third for the Bulldogs.
Keegan, a senior this year, he had a lot of time last year. He platooned, at second base in different places and came in big spots and does what he does.
Hit past the diving glove of Elliott and into left field. Coming in to score is Miller from third, and Keegan Everhart has a stand-up RBI double, the third double of the inning, leading to a run scoring for Martinsburg.
Yeah, they haven't hit any singles this inning, but they've hit three doubles. So
a triple.
And a triple, yeah, from Uber.
So it's been a big third inning, and we head back to the top of the order as the Bulldogs have hit around and continue to pour it on now. 7-0 Martinsburg on top of Dominion Ridge. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
I'm sure that, after the first 2 innings, kind of 1-0, that, the coaching staff over there said, continues, keep with your approach, stay with it. You're just hitting it right at them, and now we're seeing them hit the baseball just as hard as they did the first time through, but finding some holes.
The 0-1 pitch to Grove, breaking ball, called strike 2. Grove so far, hit by pitch and walked, stole a base as well. 2 down, runner on second base, 0-2 count. And Schaefer delivers the 0-2, and it's a little bit low for ball 1.
Final at Hedgeville is 14-9, and Hedgeville had 13 hits in that game, so they come out swinging the bat tonight, opening day. 14 hits is a big day for them. Set them, have them ready for Friday night's game.
Yeah, against Musselman, I believe. So that one fouled off. 1-2 count. 2 down here for runner on second.
I would assume that you'll see one of the, Myers, Johnsey, Gill, one of those 3 go. More than likely Myers. See if he can quiet those Hedgeville bats.
That one misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Grove. Runner on second base. Yeah, should be an interesting matchup tomorrow. And Musselman will be here for Spring Mills. Martinsburg, we'll see how that one plays out. The 2-2 pitch is hit into left field. That's going to get through for another RBI, and that's a single for Grove, the first single of the inning for the Bulldogs. Coming around to score easily is Keegan Everhart, and it's 8-0.
Pouring it on now a little bit offensively, and you've seen what Martinsburg can do up and down this lineup, but back to that matchup, Hedgeville Musselman, it's been moved up to Thursday, same as Martinsburg Spring Mills. So we're going to have Friday night baseball on Thursday because of the impending rain.
Right, yeah. That's supposed to be really nice tomorrow, so definitely want to get those games in as ever. Runner taking off there in Grove for second base, and he's in there easily. And at the plate now, Carson Buber. He is 2 for 2 with a single and a triple and an RBI. It's 8-0 Bulldogs here in this big bottom half of the third inning, extending their lead and coming through with some big hits. That one taken for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down on Buber.
Buber's 2 for 2. Hit the ball hard, really hard last time. Got an infield hit his first time up in the first inning.
Next pitch to Carson is low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down.
And we've seen a little bit of flashes of last year with a base hit there from Grove, and then, basically stole second base standing up. And that's something that Canby was able to do last year for Martinsburg. And they're looking for Grove to fill those the shoes that were vacated by, one of the best at it, in Jordan Canby.
That one misses outside, gets away from the catcher, Fran Schaefer, and that will allow the runner to advance to third, and Isaac Grove So
we get Friday night off, but we have to work Thursday. But now we know from Facebook that you are in a relationship, so maybe Friday night you can have a date, right?
She works Friday nights.
Oh, my goodness.
So
she may have to call in sick.
It's her birthday. As that one gets away from the catcher, and coming in to score is Grove to make it 9-0 Bulldogs.
So we're going to see the courtesy runner and Wilt. We're going to have a check on the pitcher here. We're going to have a visit. The Dominion Ridge has let young Schaefer out there for 8. He's been tagged for 8 runs. This thing looks like we're going to get a change.
Yeah, so once that becomes official, we'll take a break and then get you that pitching change. But solid night for Schaefer to begin. Struggled later, and with the pitching change, let's take a 30-second break. Bulldogs pulling away here against Dominion Ridge. We're back in 30.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Faulkner Park pitching change here for Dominion Ridge as they're going to go to Corbin Lynch, number 96. And actually, I think I had it at Corbin on the roster, but I believe it's Caden on the. Or no, it is Corbin. Okay, I had it right.
Yep, you had it right.
Pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361 here in this big bottom of the third inning. 9 runs on 7 hits given up from the starter Schaefer. He goes 2 2/3, throws 80 pitches, 4 walks allowed, 1 strikeout, 8 of those 9 runs earned. So big inning here for Martinsburg trip, and Schaefer got off to a decent start, but Martinsburg was hitting the ball consistently hard. They just weren't getting through, and they were right at people. These last few hits in this inning just have been, by the defense, and now Martinsburg has a pretty big lead, obviously here at 9-0, and see what Lynch can do to try to quiet this Martinsburg offense.
Yeah, well, Martinsburg was hitting the ball at them the first 2 innings. Schaefer got now those innings was right around 32, 33 pitches. I think 34 maybe, and then, he just wasn't able to escape the second time through with his Bulldog bats, and he was tagged for, about 8 runs here on about 40 couple pitches. So it's a good time to pull him out this time of year. 80 pitches is plenty, and Martinsburg had got the upper hand on him there.
Buber walked, and now a ball goes through the legs of Elliott, the third baseman. And Oviedo's on now.
That ball got to him really quick. Oviedo kind of fell in the box as he pulled that ball down there. And it's the first error we've seen tonight from either team. And except for actually the second error as they threw the ball away on the pickoff move. But the first fielding error by this Dominion Ridge defense as Oviedo hit it right at the third baseman, right between his legs down there.
We had... looks like Walker moved from short to first as Brown will foul this one off, and then I believe Schaefer is now at third. And then Elliott moved over to first, and then Walker remains at short. So
he was met there real quick with that.
So now it's Schaefer's first play over there at third, and he picks up the error, but 0-1 count here on Brown. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs, and the next pitch from Lynch misses low and inside for a ball.
Yeah, Walker went to first, correct?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I had, but then the game changer had it differently. So.
Yeah, no, Walker looks like he's at first.
Yeah, and then I believe Mm-hmm. Schaefer's at short, and then third is still Elliott, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like it, yep.
So
I think that's how we did it. Kind of did a little triangle there move.
Two balls, one strike, one down. Runners on first and second. The next pitch here to Brown is fouled away and off his foot. Brown had a good season.
I think Brown is the only out this inning, if I'm correct. I hope you never want to make 2 outs in one inning. But as far as I can see, he popped out to the third baseman early, and other than that, they haven't recorded an out this inning.
Ground out from Steen.
Oh, excuse me, Jackson Steen. Yep, 2 outs.
Sacrifice ground out. So there are 2 outs here in the inning.
You got it.
Has been a long inning though. So.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike here, still in this bottom of the third. The next pitch misses inside for ball 3.
I'm just going to make a guess here that this long inning has probably given Boober an opportunity to kind of cool off, and we might see Raz and Weber after this offensive outburst and at 34 pitches. I'm not sure if he'll come down again or not.
Well, that one taken for a called strike 2. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I feel like you probably want to make sure, too, that you get these guys their work. And with the 9-0 lead, you could see the possible of the run rule at some point as well. So,
yeah, if the game would have been closer, inning a little quicker, I think he definitely comes back out now. I'm not sure.
Both runners take off on the full count pitch and misses low to Brown, so Brown walks. And that will bring Alter to the plate, who singled and walked so far. And bases are loaded for him with 2 down.
Yep. Sorry about that. Yep, definitely. Jameer Brown flew out, and Jackson Steen grounded out this inning, so we definitely are at 2 outs as this inning continues on, bases loaded.
Pitch from Lynch to Alter is popped up left center field. Coming over and making the play is Liam Clark for the final out of the inning, but the Bulldogs pile on 8 runs in the inning. It's now 9-0 Martinsburg as we head to the 4th. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Back in 1 minute.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg. When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
To Martinsburg. Our score, Bulldogs 9, Dominion Ridge nothing here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin on the broadcast. John Lorton, our on-site producer. Cameraman is Dylan Bishop. Back in the studio, Tom McLaughlin and Aiden Sensabaugh. As we head here to the 4th inning, our top half of the 4th is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. Buber remains the pitcher for the Bulldogs, and his first pitch of the inning misses inside.
He was only at 33 pitches, just a little bit of a layoff that inning, and it's probably one of those things where you want to try to get him, close to that 60 pitch count, and like say you got 3 games in 4 days, so you're going to use up some pitching. But looks like the young Sternfeld here is swinging a wood bat.
Pitch misses here for ball 2. 2-0 count is a called strike 1. Sternfels, Schaefer, Walker due up for Dominion Ridge. 2 balls, 1 strike. I would imagine, even with the long layoff, you want Buber to get used to throwing this many pitches, as you're going to obviously need him as one of your aces. 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
And it really goes down to the dugout talk. How do you feel? What would you like to do here early? Your arm feeling strong? You feeling good? And if he's feeling great in there, then he's young, and again, it all comes back to your preparation in the winter. And I can tell you that Buber has thrown a lot this winter. It's as far as getting ready, preparing himself for this season, and done a lot of work.
3-2 fouled away. Keep the at-bat going here. Full count to lead off this top half of the 4th inning between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. Game's gotten a little bit away from the Dominion Ridge Warriors. Now a 9-0 Bulldog lead. But we'll see what they can do here in this top half of the 4th at the top of the order with the 2, 3, 4 hitters up. And the pitch from Carson Buber on 3-2 is a called strike 3. Buber with his 5th K of the evening.
And another thing that's probably in the back of their minds is you need to get Buber and Edwards locked up. They haven't thrown a lot to each other. 30th pitches, good little test. They've done a lot of bullpens, had one little scrimmage, but you want to make sure these two are comfortable with each other. And Edwards has done a tremendous job here this evening, handling Buber. We haven't seen anything that that we didn't see from Siffer last year, as far as his ability to make those buy some strikes here, frame the ball, and then and Buber's feeling comfortable with him throwing all his pitches, so that's a good thing.
The 0-1 pitch here is high for a ball to Benny Schaefer.
We talked about it a lot, but I really don't think it's going to be an issue. But sophomore catchers, in the varsity level are a rarity. But Braden Edwards is not your typical catcher or sophomore.
Half swing. Buber comes off the mound and throws the first in time for the out. Carson has fielded his position well. I believe that is his 3rd putout so far, or 4th putout. So, going back to that first inning.
Yeah, there's 3 right in a row.
But now that will bring Walker to the plate with 2 outs in the inning. Walker grounded out to Buber his last time up back in the 1st. And the next pitch from Carson just misses for ball 1. I think you really haven't seen too much from Edwards, though, in terms of him being challenged on any throws down to second. But in terms of how he's handled the pitching, nothing's really getting by him, and he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's done a great job. And like I say, Buber, when Buber's comfortable enough to throw all his pitches, then that's when you've got it licked, and maybe throw a curveball in the dirt and what have you. But again, like you say, Dominion Ridge hasn't done much on the bases, so.
2-0 count, big swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning between Martinsburg and Dominion Ridge. 9-0 Bulldogs. Carson Buber resets on the mound and kicks and deals on the 2-1, and it's hit hard towards second. Everhart slides for it, keeps it in front, throws to first in time for the final out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 goes Dominion Ridge once again. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. Our score, Martinsburg 9, Dominion Ridge nothing. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back at 60.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Martinsburg 9. Dominion Ridge nothing here as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And that's brought to you by Mother Shucker's Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Our score, 9-0 Bulldogs here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs coming to the plate. And
Martinsburg has an opportunity here to score a run and end this game next inning. And I think if Martinsburg scores a run, you see Boober come back out. He's got 13 pitches left to that threshold, an opportunity to get the the win here, and he's thrown tremendously well, and I think if they get that run, he could come back out and get that complete victory, and he's thrown really well, pretty clean. He's only other than that first inning hit by pitch, he's thrown really well and kept the base runners off the bases.
Ben Reisenweber is scheduled to lead things off, but I think we might have a pinch hitter.
Looks like a big, tall, lanky fellow that...
Oh, that's Lane DeLauder. Who else would it be?
Here comes Lane DeLauder. I think his last high school varsity at bat was a walk-off, wasn't it?
At least that I know of. I don't think he hit at the state tournament at all. And for a second, I'm like, who's the big, tall kid? But yeah, that's Lane, of course.
So is this just a pinch hit while Reisenweber warms up?
Right, could be.
In the game?
But DeLauder, I wasn't sure how much we would see of him hitting in a Bulldog uniform. We know last year when he was with Hedgesville, it was inconsistent, but then for whatever reason, Coach Grove had a feeling, and he put DeLauder out there, and he came through for the Eagles with that walk-off single to send Hedgesville to the state tournament with the win over Musselman, and what was an excellent ball game to close out last season in the second, or that sent them to the regional, but eventually they would head to the states, as we know.
Yeah, great season by the Eagles, and he was a big part of it, a huge part of it down the stretch. He threw lights out.
And the 3-0 pitch here to DeLauder is a called strike one. Lynch still doing the pitching. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Lane DeLauder gets every inch out of those pants there. He is tall.
The 3-1 pitch to DeLauder is low for ball 4. So Lane will take his base, and that will bring Edwards to the plate.
Edwards has done a tremendous job here at the plate tonight. If he wasn't, let's say he gets a day off at some point in time to catch, he's going to have to be the DH, because I think he's going to be one of the top hitters, if not only on this team, but possibly in the E-Pack. He's just swinging the bat so well.
It's Coach Byler meeting with the umpire here. Possibly to...
He's going to get a runner.
Get that runner for Lane. Pinch runner here. And then possibly be going over maybe what he wants to do.
45.
That's
or 15.
Miller, who we saw run earlier as a courtesy runner earlier for Edwards, but now he's a pinch runner here for DeLauder. So that gets very confusing at times. But it's Braden Miller running down there at first for Lane DeLauder, and it's a pinch runner this time.
Smart move this early. You don't want to get one of your starting pitchers dinged up on the bases.
And this one misses outside for a ball.
Seen what happened to Lupus last year, sliding in. We've seen a lot of these young men put their hand down and have, arm, hand, finger, wrist injuries. So just a little early this season to be stretching it out anyway.
Yeah, no reason to have your starting pitcher tomorrow running late in a 9-0 game, unless, of course, they usually do stuff like that quite often. But Lane is not really known for his at-bats, typically. I mean, not that he can't do it, but he's obviously known as a pitcher, and you need him tomorrow. So no reason to risk anything. I mean, not that you want to risk anything with anybody, but it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Edwards here. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here. with now Miller running down there at first. Next pitch to Edwards, misses outside. That gets away from the catcher, Schaefer, and that will allow Miller to take second on the pass ball. For wild pitch. 3-1 count here. Edwards digging back in. The lefty Lynch delivers the next pitch, and Edwards hits it hard on the ground toward first, but it's going to go foul down the first base line. It's Walker trying to get over to it in fair territory, but it hit foul. So full count here on Edwards. 9-0 Bulldogs in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Runner takes his lead off second base. And the 3-2 is popped up in the infield. And Schaefer back at the grass makes the catch.
Yeah, Schaefer kind of got it behind him a little bit, kind of got him off balance there and went up in the air in the dark sky and come down through the lights.
So Edwards is retired for the second time today. Got a line out and a fly out. He also had a 2 RBI double, and that will bring Jackson Steen to the plate now with one down. Steen so far, pair of ground outs, one of them an RBI and the other advancing a runner to third. So doing a good job of situational hitting in terms of advancing runners and driving in a run, but obviously would like to come through with a hit here to give Martinsburg that 10-0 lead. 1 ball, 1 strike here, 1 down. Presuming, of course, it's out of the infield hit, but anything to the outfield that is a hit would probably score the runner and Miller from second. Next pitch misses outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Keegan Everhart in the on-deck circle here with 1 down. Lynch looks in and delivers the next pitch, and it's in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Earlier when Steen came up, I noticed he had choked up on the bat and he had men on second and third. I kind of thought he choked up on it maybe just to have a little more back control, try to pull the baseball, just to kind of, get the runner in. But he's got the bat choked up now in a, 1-out situation with a man on second where you need a, when trying to drive something in the gap. And so that's just his style. Really ain't giving anything away with it. It's just the way he hits the baseball.
2-2 kind of ran in and hit off the bat.
Caught the knob.
Unintentionally.
He kind of check swing and he caught the knob.
Runner on second takes his lead. The 2 balls, 2 strike pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Steen strikes out, and that will bring Keegan Everhart to the plate. Everhart, a ground out and an RBI double his last time up. 2 down in the inning, and the runner and Miller trying to score there from second after Wayne DeWater led off the inning with a walk. Miller pinch running from DeWater. Wild pitch got away from the catcher, and now that one gets away. Or no, that's going to actually hit Keegan Everhart. So that will turn the lineup back over to the top of the order. The hit by pitch will bring Isaac Grove back to the plate, who has an RBI single, a walk, and a hit by pitch so far.
Now batting number 25, Isaac Grove.
It's an opportunity here for Martinsburg to take the lead, 10-0. And that would, of course, put the game 3 outs away for the Bulldogs, as that would be the run rule situation of 10 through 5 here in this bottom half of the fourth. This one high for a ball. Of course, if Martinsburg can't do it this half inning, they'll have an opportunity to possibly do it, presuming they can get some outs in the next half inning and then walk it off in the bottom of the fifth. So 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch gets away and actually hits Grove. So bases are now loaded for Carson Buber, whose trip already pretty much aligned himself with the player of the game, but a hit here guarantees it.
A hit here might get him player of the game next game. He can just let this carry over because he's got enough. He's done enough right now to be a player of the game easily. So anything here is just really going to put a cherry on top of it as he's thrown tremendous forward into baseball and a triple and single and some RBIs there to go with it.
Buber hits that one hard but foul down that first base line. And the other thing is he hit that triple the opposite way into right field. So
yeah, he's got power all over the field. I mean, you've seen him hit the gaps and. Last year when he came over to the the senior legion, he had it was his first year, and he kind of wondered, how much will I pitch? I mean, how much will I play?
And that one hits Buber, so the run comes in on the hit by pitch, hit him in the foot that time, and ball's getting away from the pitcher Lynch here. That's an RBI though. So
go back to the summer. He said, how much you think I'll play? You got there's a lot of great players, and I said, get out here and get after it, and it's open and he hit himself into that lineup, and that was a very offensive lineup. So he really impressed me last year with his bat control and the way he swung the bat, and he became an everyday player on a very good team. And I expect that he will be a very one of the offensive leaders, if not the offensive leader, this year on this team, and be way up there as far as EPAC, stats.
Well, he reaches base safely there, and then another runner coming on for Buber this time. So the bases are loaded. Martinsburg does get that 10th run, kind of anticlimactic 10th run on the hit by pitch, but either way the Bulldogs will take it. This one low. There are 2 outs as we have a fly out from Edwards earlier and a strikeout from Steen, but the bases are loaded for Oviedo. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Lynch delivers the next pitch. Oviedo hits it hard off the glove of the third baseman and into left field. That was a bullet. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs are in to score. The third one coming in as well, and Martinsburg extends the lead to 13-0 on the Oviedo bullet in the left field and a double down the line.
Oviedo's, he's to watch him take infield and to watch him take ground balls is just phenomenal. He's got such soft hands and such awareness where to go with the baseball and understanding of the game. When to make throws and when to not take chances, and defensively he is just as solid as you can ask for out of a young man. So as he develops his offensive game, he's going to be a 4 or 5 tool kid.
We got a pitching change. We'll take a 30-second break. 13-0 Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 30.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had 1 job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Trip Tobin, John Alderton, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, and back in the studio is Kyle McLaughlin. Our pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood & Small Insurance and Martinsburg, your total insurance solution. At 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg, call 304-263-3361. Our new pitcher for Dominion Ridge is Sternfels. Donnie Sternfels coming in to pitch. Lynch's pitching performance is over. I believe he moved back to first as this one called strike.
Yeah, he moved to first. The first baseman went to second. The second baseman came to pitch. So
this one hit on the ground and through for a base hit.
Yeah. Owen Rupenthal came in to swing for Jameer Brown come in, and the second pitch he's seen of the season, he drove for a base hit and RBI. So Rupenthal getting an opportunity there to show what he can do.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a little bit of a competition there at first between Brown and Rupenthal. I mean, I'm sure we'll see both. Obviously, both of them pitch, so depending, too. I mean, at some point, Martinsburg obviously has the option to use the DH a little bit, so This one called strike one here on Christian Alter, but Brown didn't get a hit in his innings of work, but he did walk. And, Rupenthal played a little bit last year. They both played a good bit. Brown had that injury last year, though, as well. So, both are talented guys. They're going to fight for innings.
Yeah, Brown in that first inning hit into that double play, but no fault of his own because he hit it on the nose.
That's true.
It could have easily, we look at the box, but certainly a capable young man. But yeah, both pitch, both play first base, both can relieve each other. Look for both on the play in double headers, and give each other a little relief as we move through the summer and keep them both fresh, or through the spring.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first for Christian Alter. The next pitch to Alter misses inside for ball 3. Alter so far today, a single, a walk, and a fly out. Did a nice job at the plate for the right fielder. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now that Miller came in to run for DeLauder, Bates walk there for Alter, moves the runners up, but now that Miller came in to run for DeLauder, decided he had entered the game, so now he's going to hit as we've come down the line through the lineup.
Another time through the lineup, and Braden Miller going to hit here as DeLauder was able to draw that walk in his plate appearance earlier, and now Miller getting a chance to hit with 2 on, and the first pitch to him misses outside for a ball here from Sternfels.
Sternfeld a little herky-jerky out there. Gets pretty quick to the plate. And
this one's fouled away.
Trying to get out of this inning, get this last out. That seems to be elusive here for Dominion Ridge.
It kind of reminds you of like some of the Hedgesville relievers, like a Gage Gano type release the way he pitches.
Yeah, he kind of gets quick.
Has that similar size at least. As that one hits the batter here, and things getting rough for Dominion Ridge in terms of just throwing strikes now at this point, as they are still 1 out away.
Both Braden Miller and Lane DeLauder, I'm sure, wanted to hit the baseball. Neither got any quite pitch to hit there, so going to have another. Oh, no, here comes the big.
Braden Edwards back to the plate. He had an 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning, that huge 3rd inning for Martinsburg, which put them in position to possibly get the run rule. Now this inning has continued that opportunity, now at 13-0.
Yeah,
and pitch missing inside there.
Braden having a great start, and Martinsburg likes to see that, making sure he can, stay focused and not only, you talk about the pitchers hitting, so the pitchers hit, you don't want your pitcher, sometimes you don't want your pitcher hitting. Catchers have to, all that work, and their legs get worn down, and they have to continue to hit. So, and he's going to catch a lot of games this year, and so he's going to get a lot of at bats, and those legs are going to get a lot of wear and tear on them. But I think this young man's easily up to the task.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. I mean, he's looked the part so far tonight. This one fouled away, and obviously we saw what he did at the JV level, and always it was impressive just watching before the game, not paying super attention, but there was all these guys that jumped out, and he was certainly one of them.
Yep.
The next pitch, bouncer, gets away from the catcher. That will allow the runner to score from 3rd easily in Rupenthal, so Martinsburg extends its lead.
So if you're not putting the pieces of the puzzle together, Braylon is Caleb Edwards' little brother who pitched here, and he was a big part of Martinsburg's region or sectional championship a couple years ago, and so younger brother coming through and hoping to get himself a sectional title and more.
Yeah, 15-0 Martinsburg. They draw another walk.
So now who's going to run for the catcher that we've used up? Miller. Logan's coming to the plate. Logan Wilt. So we're going to have to get another player out. That's out of the game. Comes R.J. Brown, I believe.
Number 11, R.J. Brown, the current starter for the catcher.
So everybody getting an opportunity here. Now Logan Wilt going to come in and hit.
Wilt's
Steen.
Wilt's entering for Steen and going to left field from what I just heard. The courtesy runner with R.J. Brown, who's going to He attached to the catcher here now. Now you got Logan Wilt entering the game for Steen.
And the pitch to Wilt misses outside for a ball. That's definitely another position where we could see some different guys line up in left field as Martinsburg, moving Grove to center to take over for Canby. That's essentially where you're really seeing the replacement for Jordan Canby, because Grove was a starter a lot last year.
Yeah, you had Grove and Alter on the corners as we finished out the year. So as Grove moves into center, that leaves field open, as you said.
And looks like Steen and Wilt are the guys kind of fighting that spot out, but obviously you can see a lot of different guys move over and play left, depending on what they want to do. But the 1-2 count here with 2 down, and the bases loaded for Wilt. The pitch hit hard into right field. That will get down for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score for the Bulldogs to make it 17-0 here at P.O. Faulkner Park in the bottom of the 4th. So the Bulldogs are pouring it on this inning. Wilt with the RBI single, and Keegan Everhart coming to the plate.
Got 8 and 8 up there on the scoreboard. 8 in the 3rd, 8 in the 4th. I thought it was spring. There's 2 snowmen out there.
And that one nearly hits Everhart. Yeah, it's been some big innings here from the Bulldogs offense. Dominion Ridge, as we mentioned before the game, running low on pitching, probably, or possibly. Had some guys down there in Florida doing a mission trip.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I believe that Dominion Ridge is a private, maybe Christian school.
Yeah, it's a Christian school. As this one hit out towards center field, and that will end the inning. But Martinsburg makes it 17-0. We'll head to the 5th after this 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
First. Top of the 5th inning, brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. Our score, Martinsburg 17-0 here over Dominion Ridge as we head to this 5th inning. And if Martinsburg can get those 3 outs before Dominion Ridge can get 8 runs, the Bulldogs win it here in 5. If not, we would head to a 6th and 7th eventually as well. But or I guess the bottom of the 5th, I guess. But anyway, moving forward, we got Ben Reisenweber out there on the mound. We'll see what he can do as Carson Buber's day done with a no-hitter through 4 innings.
Yeah, we can talk about it now. We kept talking about his Carson coming back out.
Well, can we, though? It's a team no-hitter still.
I think it'll be a team no-hitter, but as far as Carson goes, he had 13 pitches, and it wouldn't have totally, blown my mind if he'd have went out there and, went for a first game no-hitter. But 17-0, that long layoff, 47 pitches. The accolades probably weren't worth the health, this time of year. So hats off to those guys for protecting him. And I'll bet he probably was wanting to go back out there. So Reisenweber gets to come in and do a little cleanup here and close this game out.
Reisenweber starts with a big swing and a miss for strike 1 from Liam Clark, who has struck out so far today. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch from Clark, or to Clark, I should say, from Reisenweber is a called strike 2. So, Bulldogs looking to complete this. The only base runner so far for Dominion Ridge was that hit by pitch to begin the ball game. Everything else has resulted in no base runner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here on Clark. Reisenweber, the right-hander, looks into the catcher Edwards and delivers the next pitch, and it's a called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Reisenweber looks really good on the mound. The velocity's good for this time of year and control. So, again, like I say, every year he comes in since we've, watched him since freshman up. He's just come in each year, and you can tell he's added some muscle and agility and just gotten more and more athletic each year, and just look forward to seeing him pitch and play for the Bulldogs this spring.
Lynch swing and a miss there for strike 1. And unfortunately, he dealt with an injury last year that kind of maybe held him back a little bit, but healthy now and looking pretty good here early on. 1 ball, 1 strike as Lynch takes that one outside.
Yeah, he throws the ball hard. He has a quick delivery. Sometimes he get ahead of himself. He strained a muscle there a little bit, I believe, in his throwing arm, if I remember correctly. Shoulder, I can't quite remember, but I know he suffered a strain there. Nothing too major, but enough to sideline him for a while. And, he likes to work quick, and sometimes that gets him the bottom half ahead of him a little bit.
I want to call strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Lynch, the first baseman.
So it looks like Wilt is in left. Grant Henderson is taking over at third.
Buber out of the game now.
Rupenthal's at first, and we still have Alter in right. I'm not quite sure who's in left.
Oh, it's Wilt.
Oh, yeah, Wilt. And who's in center? Miller?
Isn't that Grove still, or is it Miller now? Because that one misses for a ball.
That Grove is over here.
Oh, okay. So then, it must be Miller. Sure. Process of elimination.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If it ain't him, it's him.
But runner takes his base on the walk.
Excuse me, Parker Robinson is in the game there.
So, possibly everybody getting in then so far? This one's a called strike.
So we haven't seen from Deeds, I believe. But other than that, everybody's had a part in this game.
0-1 count, 1 out. And a runner on first. The next pitch reminds one of her to swing and a miss for strike 2. It's Elliott here at the plate. Elliott grounding out back in that second inning.
See if we can get a ground ball. See if this double play duo works.
Yeah, haven't had much action for your defense. It's tough to evaluate after this first game, Martinsburg, but obviously, as that one goes foul, you're very happy with the pitching like we expect, and the pitching could make it very easy on the defense this year when you have Carson Buber and Lane DeLauder.
Mm-hmm.
Just to name 2 of them. Those are the big names, but obviously they have a lot of guys with some depth and talent.
Oh, yeah.
Reisenweber, Rupenthal, guys we saw last year really come on. Christian Alter. It's a deep pitching staff as that one just missing outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yeah, it would be nice to see how this defense handles things. So,
when Buber's on the mound, you're going to see, a lot of Oviedo and probably Everhart at second. Who knows? I mean, Ben played some there last year. Grant Henderson can play the middle there. You got R.J. Brown who can play up the middle. So, there can be some combinations there, and to find the right one, when a certain guy's pitching is kind of what you have to do.
2-2 pitches, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Reisenweber has his second strikeout looking here in the 5th, and there's 2 down.
I'm going to get a warning from the... So the umpires called strike 3. He must have heard something he didn't like. He came over and got the coach. I don't know if he said something, that the player said something, or if it was a warning to 19. But regardless, 2 outs here, 17-0. Frustrations are setting in, of course. So, unfortunately, the young man got rung up on that strike 3, and it looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. But I don't think he really has an issue with the umpire. I think it's just the situation that's got him frustrated.
Yeah, nothing too big of a deal down there, as it's 2 outs now, and the next pitch, a swing on a strike one.
It wasn't worthy of an ejection or anything. He didn't show the umpire up. He just must have, as he turned away, he must have maybe said something. But
0-1 count here, 2 down. Next pitch from Reisenweber, called strike 2.
Games like this, you don't want to be the advertiser on the wrap-up. Nobody's listening anymore, I think. Is anybody?
Yeah, you never know. I'm sure some people are out there listening. 0-2 count. This one flown toward left field. Wilt comes over to make the catch. That's the final out of the inning. Martinsburg starts the year with a 17-0 win over Dominion Ridge. Tripp, some initial thoughts on this one?
I mean, Boober was strong. Caleb Edwards did everything we thought he was going to do, and he proved it. He was questioned, because a sophomore roll up in there and take over a spot that Sifford had done so well at, and I think he answered that with a resounding, exclamation point, yes. Martinsburg's defense didn't get tested much. Of course, Boober goes out, and Martinsburg throws a combined no-hitter and with him and Reisenweber. So, great start. Just about everybody on the team got in, and kudos to the coaching staff for preparing them and getting those guys out there. But I think I think there's going to be a lot of, this isn't going to be the best game you see Martinsburg play. I think they got a lot of really good baseball talent on that baseball team and showing a little bit of depth tonight as well.
Take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
Our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting 4 new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Martinsburg, it's a 17-0 win over Dominion Ridge here to begin the season. Bulldogs start the year 1-0. Our game summary is brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Bulldogs 17 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Dominion Ridge, no runs on no hits, 1 error. As again, it's a 17-0 win here. We're waiting on Coach Byler as well as Carson Boomer to join us here in the post-game show, but Tripp, great win for the Bulldogs here tonight.
You all right?
Yeah, I just realized I got to get a cord. So go ahead and start talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that was once the Martinsburg Bulldogs got up there, eight runs or so, it was just a matter of how, if they're going to let Boober stay in there and maybe bid for a no-hitter. And when he got out of that inning with 47, we talked about maybe Risenweber coming in. So I think the only question at that point was, was we going to see Boober come back out? But the bats came alive. Just a tremendous effort offensively for Martinsburg as the two pitchers just completely shut down Dominion Ridge, and Boober's off to a great start. He earned this opening day start. For a couple of years he's been, he's been one of the big leaders on this team, and so, he's earned this spot, and he went out there and took the spotlight and made it happen.
We'll go ahead and send it down to Dylan.
That good performance that you had up on the mound.
It was great. I mean, we didn't go in there with many throwing live at bats in our practices. So I was going in there just trying to throw strikes in the zone. And I think I did a really good job of that. I think Ben also did a great job. He was pounding the zone.
4 no-hit innings. Did you give anything to Coach Byler? But hey, let me go out there for the 5th, try to finish that out?
No, I think we were trying to take it easy. I mean, score was already 10-0. So we just want to take it easy, pace ourselves. I mean, first game of the season. So, yeah.
Obviously a lot of run support from you guys at the plate tonight. So how does it feel when you go up there on the mound and you have your lineup back you up like that?
Yeah, we hit really great. I mean, we went out here. Our field was getting done, so we didn't have much on-field BP practice. So I think we handled that pretty well. Pitching was, it was all right, but I think we hit the ball pretty well in these circumstances, so yeah.
You come back out tomorrow against Spring Mills, first game against the EPAC opponent. How are you feeling about that one? How are you guys feeling about that one?
I think we're all feeling great about that. I mean, we're going into tomorrow, resetting. I mean, it's another EPAC game. We know what to do. So.
All right, Carson, congrats on the win. Good job tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and with that, we'll bring in Coach Aaron Byler as well. Coach, both sides, pitching and the hitting tonight, very strong performances. First of all, Carson gives you 4 no-hit innings out there. Any consideration to put him back out there for the 5th?
No consideration. It didn't matter if he threw, 4 pitches in that 4th inning he was coming out. It's early on, even though the weather was warm. But Carson throws like that all year, we'll be all right.
And what does it mean for you guys to have that pitching, a guy like Carson that you can throw out there and say, we got all the faith in the world in that guy, we can just put him out there and feel good?
Yeah, I told you guys the other day on the show that I think guys 1 through 9 in our rotation are capable. Ben Risenweber that came in and threw in relief there, he's probably sitting at our 5 or 6 right now. So that's some pretty good depth, and I thought he threw the ball really well. But yeah, going back to Carson has just done it, consistently since his sophomore year. So, if he, like I told you, if he throws the ball like that, he'll be all right.
And obviously, you guys get a lot of run support for him tonight, 2 8-run innings. How did you feel about your team's approach to the plate tonight?
I thought the approach were good. I thought early on we hit some right at him balls that were kind of unlucky, but the pitching wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible. Those guys were around the zone and they threw it all right. I thought our approach was pretty good tonight. We barreled up some balls, and you like to see some guys come off the bench that are competing for positions, and they got some big hits too. So we got about 13 guys in that dugout right now that could arguably vie for a spot on the on the starting lineup, and 9 pitchers that we're comfortable with. So day one, there's a long way to go, but we feel pretty good.
And you come right back tomorrow with Spring Mills. Do you have your plan in place already for the Cardinals tomorrow? What can you tell us about that and how you just feel about that in general?
Yeah, we'll go DeLauder to Christian Alter tomorrow, so that's already set up. Feel good. Excited to see Lane on the mound, excited to see our defense play behind him, and hopefully we hit the ball again, and hopefully it's supposed to be 72, beautiful, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time, and congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
Back to you, Nick and Tripp.
Thank you, Dylan. We'll take a final 2-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll get you the stats and the player of the game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Here to the Palace Lounge post-game show here at P.O. Faulkner Park, and we'll get into our game stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Again, a 17-0 win for Martinsburg tonight over Dominion Ridge, and we'll get you the stats here. Grove goes 1 for 1 at the plate, 3 runs scored, an RBI. Carson Buber 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Oviedo 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Rubenthal had a hit with an RBI. Alter a hit. Reisenweber a hit, 2 RBIs. Edwards a hit and 2 RBIs. Wilt a hit with 2 RBIs, and Everhart a hit with 1 RBI. Everybody else either hitless or didn't have official at bat. And then our player of the game, brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. For Dominion Ridge, by the way, Buber, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, no hits. Reisenweber, 2 strikeouts in his 1 inning. And then Dominion Ridge goes hitless at the plate. Schaefer went 2 2/3, 7 hits, 9 earned, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Lynch, an inning, 5 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Walker, a third of the inning, which I believe that was actually the other kid, but they have it down here as Walker, so we'll just read it as that. A third of an inning, 3 earned, 2 hits, but Tripp, player of the game, brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. We talked about it during the game. Carson Buber, heard from him after the game, just an outstanding first game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, what he did on the mound was enough, but then when he did the plate, I mean, triple out there, double, getting himself on base all the time. He just is a tough out at the plate. Martinsburg's going with one of their best hitters in the 2-hole, which we're starting to see a lot of in the high school baseball, getting those guys up early and, going with taking their 2 guys that they believe can lead off and making one the 9 guy and the 1 guy. So basically you're getting 2 on-base guys. Once the game starts, you get the 9-1-2, which is kind of puts – it's kind of the thought process behind it. We've seen as this game's evolved here a little bit here in high school baseball, but he is one of the best players on the team when you look at, all around pitching, fielding at shortstop, and hitting. So just a tremendous night for him, and nothing we haven't seen before out of him. And just to have, that kind of hitting up and down the lineup, what Brown can do, what Alter can do, you got a double out of Everhart. Steen had some quality at bats, and of course, in the 6-hole, we see, Reisenweber, hit the ball hard, and then Alter as well. And, Rubenthal comes in, Coach Bowler has a good problem over there, and that is, it's going to be tough for them to make the lineup, and that's a problem that you like to have.
Martinsburg gets the win, 17-0 over Dominion Ridge. We're back tomorrow for John Allerton, our on-site producer, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, Aiden Sensabaugh, Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio, Trip Tobin for joining me on the broadcast. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long from P.O. Faulkner Park. Bulldogs 1-0. They're back tomorrow against Spring Mills with first pitch set for 7. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.